Good afternoon, everyone, from Scott Bray Field on the campus of Greene County High School in Leakesville, Mississippi. It's time for Sumrall Bobcat Baseball opening night for the Bobcats in this 2022 campaign tournament action as they take on the Gautier Gators here at Greene County. I'm Kelly Santa, ready to bring you the call tonight. The Bobcats are the home team for tonight's contest. Let's go first the starting lineup for the Gators. Marcus Cunningham will lead it off. He's the pitcher for Gautier. He'll be followed by Caden Irving. Irving bats second and played third base. Batting third, playing right field, is Gavin Pound. He's one of two Gavins back-to-back. In the four-hole for the Gators is Gavin Brown. He plays first base. Matthew Tanner, the shortstop, he bats fifth. He's followed by Larson Foyle, the left fielder. He's batting sixth. Batting seventh is Gautier Greene, the designated hitter. Eighth for the Gators is the catcher Enrique Flores, and then batting ninth is Roberto Lara, the center fielder. Sebastian Gonzalez, the second baseman, will be hit for with the designated hitter Gautier Greene, and Cunningham, as we mentioned, is pitching tonight for the Gators. Now for your Bobcats, who had a good performance in the Jamboree this weekend, which not surprising. Cade Dito leads it off tonight, the senior playing right field. He'll be followed by Hayes Rayner in center field. Marshall Phillips, the Pearl River commit, is playing shortstop. He is batting in the three-hole, followed by the designated hitter Walker Long. Long is hitting for the pitcher Andrew Knight. Levi Odom bats fifth. He's playing third base, followed by Cruz Freeman at first. Freeman batting sixth, playing first base. Then Ethan Altman, the catcher, bats seventh. Rounding out the batting order for the Bobcats is Ryan Cole Broom in left field, and Landon Holloman batting second. He is batting in the nine-hole. So for a Sumrall, it's Dito, Rayner, Phillips, Long, Odom, Freeman, Altman, Broom, and Holloman. The invocation followed by the national anthem, and then we're ready to go on opening day. Well, opening day, there's always a few kinks that need to be worked out just a little bit, and having trouble finding the national anthem on the music today. So they've instructed us to play ball, and that's what we'll do. As you see the Bobcats coming out in their black uniforms tonight, ready to get this one underway against the Gators of Gautier. Andrew Knight on the hill for the Bobcats here on opening night. And, you know, for as early as it is in the season, obviously, game one, and for as early in February as it is, you wouldn't expect the weather conditions to be this nice, but indeed they are. The game brought to you tonight by Canvas Mortgage. Julie Robertson, Remax Real Estate, has stepped up with a sponsorship. We appreciate that. Park Right Striping. Farm Bureau Insurance, Chris Kirtland, along with Real South Hunting. Watts Brothers in Columbia. Diversified Forestry Management, LLC. Ashley and Lee McGrew, Bradley and Carrie Roney. Thank you for your sponsorships and making the Bobcats here on our YouTube channel at Sumrall Athletics possible. Sunfield is going to be right field, and that's Cade Dito will have to deal with that out there. Let's look at the outfield from right to left. Dito in right, Hayes Rayner in center, Ryan Cole Broom in left. Then the infield left to right has Levi Odom at third. The shortstop, Marshall Phillips. Second base is Landon Holloman. And then first base, Cruz Freeman. Freeman, a little bit of limited mobility because of the surgery that he had, but he is able to patrol that hot corner over there at first base. So Old Digger over there playing first as Andrew Knight begins to throw his warm-up pitches, getting ready to get underway here. Second game of tonight in this tournament, the 7 o'clock start, the Petal Panthers in 6A competition taking on Resurrection. That'll be the second game tonight. Kelly Sander in for Will Toney. Will Toney will be bringing you most of the Bobcat games this year. I have the pleasure and honor of getting to do, I think, 5 as it stands right now. So here we go. Marcus Cunningham, who is the pitcher for the Gators. He stands in to face Knight, who will go from the full wind, and the lights are on here at Scott Bray Field. The right-hander kicks and delivers, and high for ball 1. Phillips playing the back edge of the grass. Odom in at the elbow. At third, now backing up a little bit, Levi Odom, who's committed to Mississippi Gulf Coast. 1-0 pitch, that is also high, 2-0 now. So you've got Odom committed to Gulf Coast, Phillips going to Pearl River. He's playing shortstop. Dito also moving on to the next level. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's a strike on the inside corner. 2-1 now to the leadoff hitter, Marcus Cunningham. He'll be followed by Caden Irving, the very strongly built third baseman for Gautier. 2-1 pitch from Knight. That's right down Broadway for a 2-2 count now. Really no wind to speak of. Old Glory limp in center field, but very pleasant night here in Leakesville. 2-2 count. Knight with the glove at his nose. Outside corner. He got him on strikes. Got him looking for out number 1. Knight fell behind and then made the adjustment. He missed 2 pitches that were upstairs and then made that adjustment. And Cunningham never swung the bat. Here's Irving now. Boy, this kid's a good-looking athlete. Very strongly built. Andrew Knight following the rest of the Knights, all well over 6 feet now. His senior year. First pitch swung on off the fist, and that is driven to the right side. Freeman tried to get there, but it was wide by about a couple of feet. Cruz has really thickened up. He'll have to be very careful how he moves down there. You don't want to test that leg any more than you have to. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball. Strike 2. So Knight has found his groove now after throwing 2 pitches off the mark to Cunningham. He's thrown nothing but strikes since then. Base is empty, 1 out here in the top of the first for the Gators. Knight ahead in the count here, 0-2. Gets the sign from Altman and delivers. That one bounced in there, tried to get him to chase. 1-2 now. The Bobcats lost certainly some good players last year, including Norred and Cross Sibley, among others. But, man, this is a program now that is stacked in just about every class talent-wise. The Bobcats are going to be strong for many, many years. Swung on, that one is fought into the screen. 1-2 now. That's when you can really rest assured that a program is where it needs to be, is when you don't really have to worry about any particular graduating class because there's more guys right behind them. One and 2 count. Took something off it, and he got him on strikes. Irving was fooled by the off-speed pitch. 2 up and 2 down. And here's Gavin Pound now. Pound, the right fielder. The first righty-lefty matchup of the night for Andrew Knight, wearing jersey number 10. First pitch to him is a swing and a miss. Should Pound reach, then the other Gavin Brown, would come up to bat. Interesting, when you look at these Gator tops that they're wearing, they look very much like Sumrall's powder blues. That's off the mark. 1-1. Sumrall likes to wear that all powder blue uniform, both tops and bottoms, but the Gators going with the powder blue tops. Sumrall in their black unis tonight. 1-1 pitch. Check the swing, and It was low. 2-1 now the count. Bases empty, 2 outs here for the Gators in the top of the first inning. Opening day for the Bobcats in official capacity. The 2-1 outside and high, 3-1 now. Greene County, you can see, you got to look a little bit, but if you look around the outfield at Greene County, they have sold segments of the outfield fence to where people can build their own little decks out there and cook on the grill and just have a big time. 3-1 pitch is high and outside, ball 4. Pound coaxes a walk out of Knight. So here's Gavin Brown now, the cleanup hitter. With no wind to speak of, they are going to play him to go the opposite way a little bit. Rayner shaded toward right. All kinds of room down the left field line and in the gap in left center. Swung on. Here's a chopper towards second. Holloman's got it. Easy scoop, and he'll go to the bag himself for the force out. So for the Gators in the top of the first inning, no runs, no hits, no errors. There was one man left on base. We go to the bottom of the first inning here in Lakesville tonight. It's the Gators nothing, the Bobcats coming to bat. You're watching Sumrall Bobcat Baseball on the Sumrall Athletic YouTube channel. Marcus Cunningham takes the hill for the Gators as your Bobcats come to bat in the bottom of the first. Cade Dito, Hayes Rayner, and Marshall Phillips, the hitters here in the bottom of the first. And we mentioned Petal actually playing the second game tonight in this tournament schedule. And some of the folks we were talking about, those roosts, if you will, out beyond the fences. Yeah, people purchase those, and then they can kind of make them up however they want to, kind of like at the Neshoba County Fair type things. They can grill and get a bird's eye view of the baseball games here at Scott Bray. I think the reason that it's so pleasant is because there's no wind. I mean, it is February after all. Temperature at game time was 66 degrees. But with no breeze, it's a true 66. If that wind were to get whipping, maybe get down in the low 50s. Andy Davis down at third base. He's got his long sleeves on. Coach Cooley making his way over to first base. He's also in his black sweatshirt. Slinging it down to second base is Enrique Flores, the catcher for the Gators. And here's old Cade Dito. Righty versus righty, this matchup here. Got some seniors on this team, the Sumrall team. But experienced seniors. That helps a lot. They'll play Cade Dito straight away here. So again, Cunningham against Cade Dito. Karen Thompson has checked in. First pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Karen Thompson on our internet text line at 601-310-7077. She said, "Happy Valentine's Day" to her favorite cameraman. That would be Richard Thompson. That one bounces in there for a 1-1 count. We'd like to know where you're watching the game from tonight. 601-310-7077. Jeremy Thompson, my old running buddy, producer, engineer, Germ, watching from class at Southern Miss. Well, there's tuition money well spent. Watching in class. Off-speed pitch is there for strike 2. 1-2 the count to Cade Dito. Sumrall batting in the bottom of the first. No score. They got a little fire going on in one of the roosting positions out there in left. A controlled fire, so no need to be alarmed. 1-2 pitch swung on. Here's a chopper to short. Gobbled up. Goes across the diamond, but a poor throw. Tanner had to kind of sidearm that throw, as Dito, being a wide receiver on the football team, can get down that line. So I don't know if that would have been a hit or an error, but it is being ruled an error. So E6 on the play, but Dito is at first, and here's Hayes Rayner, the left-handed hitting center fielder. Rayner, whose left foot is on the back edge of that turf home plate. Throw down to second base on a steal attempt. And Dito on the first pitch is off to the races and gets to second. So the Bobcats have a man in scoring position with nobody out. And a 1-0 count to Rayner back here at the ranch. Here at Greene County, the home plate area is that carpeted type turf, and so is the pitcher's mound. But the rest of the field is all natural. 1-0 pitch. Showed bunt, but then pulled it back, and he's ahead in the count now, 2-0. Boy, it is nice that this early in the year you can get a pleasant night like tonight with very little wind. So Rayner will be sitting fastball here on 2-0. Tries to put the bunt down, pushes it down the third base line beautifully, but it just curls foul. And that was really a roll of the dice by Cunningham, because had that ball stayed fair, Rayner was already nearly at first base by the time the ball came to a final rest. Rayner still with a hitter's count at 2-1 with Marshall Phillips on deck. The 2-1 pitch. Showed bunt again, but pulled it away, and it's off the mark. Coach Davis's mom and dad are watching from home tonight. Love the Bobcats. Glad that they're along. Trey Crawford, whose dad Graham was a terrific catcher here at Sumrall. He's watching tonight. There's a strike. So the count goes full now. Graham at the University of Alabama now, one of the best high school baseball players to be cranked out around these parts in 20 years. 3-2 pitch. Swung on. Here's a little roller to third. Freezes the runner at second and throws to first for the out. That was well played by the third baseman, Caden Irving. His first responsibility is to do exactly what he did, and that's freeze the runner at second. So Dito has to hold his position at second base. There's one out, and here's Marsh. Marshall Phillips has really thickened up too. Good looking. Marshall's always been just a terrific athlete. Runner going to third. That one bounces in there, and without an attempt, Dito advances to third. So now a sacrifice fly would bring him home. We mentioned Marshall Phillips headed to Pearl River. Pearl River ranked 4th in the country in the latest junior college rankings. The 1-0 pitch. Little check swing tapped foul. So the count goes 1-1. So the Gators of Gautier, the best way to get there is you'll take that I-10 bypass down by D'Iberville and Ocean Springs and then head east about 11 miles, and there's Gautier. That one bounces in there, gets past the catcher, and Dito will come in without a play, and the Bobcats lead 1-0. A ball and a strike count to Phillips with Walker Long, the designated hitter, on deck. Here's the 2-1 to Phillips. Outside, 3-1 now. Phillips can play about any position you need him to. And he'll be used primarily at Pearl River as an infielder, but they want him to pitch as well. That's on the corner for a strike, so the count fills now at 3-2. He will be partnered again down there with Hayden Norred of Sumrall, who went down to Pearl River this year. Norred is redshirting. Michael Avalon's program is loaded in Poplarville. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. That was short. So a base on balls has Phillips at first, and here's Long now. Boy, Walker has really sprouted up. Battling the cleanup position here for the pitcher, Andrew Knight. Pitch to him is inside and low, ball 1, with Levi Odom on deck. Levi headed to Mississippi Gulf Coast. Here's the 1-0. Outside, 2-0 now. Now 2-0 is a good pitch to run on because it's primarily a fastball count. The pitcher doesn't want to go behind 3-0. So he'll go to his most reliable pitch, which is usually the fastball. It's also a good pitch to hit. That's outside 3-0 now. So you would think that Long would have the red light. Bobcat baseball from Leakesville, Mississippi tonight. Can't be here in person, and of course it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. A lot of people have to work. But glad that you're with us here on YouTube TV. 3-0 pitch is outside, ball 4. So that's a 4-pitch walk, and appropriate that a guy named Walker would get a walk. And here's Levi Odom. 1 out here for the Cats in the bottom of the first, leading Gautier 1-0. Force in play at any base except home. First pitch to Odom, high and away, ball 1. So Cunningham struggling a little bit here for the Gators in the bottom of the first. Whenever a new newscaster or weather person comes into town, you always know that they've done their homework if they pronounce Gautier, Gautier. There's a strike. They haven't done their homework if they'll say Gautier or some other weird pronunciation. G-A-U-T-I-E-R, Gautier. Big leads for both of the Bobcats. Now they'll throw to second base, and Phillips is back in time. One nothing Sumrall here in the bottom of the first. Here's the 1-1. There's a strike right at the knees. So Odom behind in the count now. 1-2. Levi started the season one of the hottest hitting players on the team. Runners going. That bounced in there 2-2 now. Really a long delivery by Marcus Cunningham, which is allowing those runners to take off. He'll want to try to shorten that delivery up a little bit. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Way outside, 3-2. Phillips measures it, but it caroms off that backstop right into the glove of Enrique Flores. So the count fills again at 3-2 with Cruz Freeman on deck. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on. Line shot to third that was mishandled. A run scores on the play. That was Phillips coming home from third. I don't know if they'll rule that would have to be ruled an error because that ball was caught essentially, and it is an E5. And here's Digger now. Righty versus righty, the matchup. The pitch to Freeman is high, ball one. Of course, with that right knee protected like it is, Freeman can move one direction a little bit better than the other. 1-0 pitch, so first base is a place that Andy Davis and crew have decided to play him here in the early part of the season. 2-0 Sumrall here in the bottom of the first. The 2-0 pitch. That's right down the middle for 2-1. Runners will have to go on a ground ball. Force out in effect with 1 out here. Pitch to Freeman is high and away. 3-1 now. Our Sumrall Athletic YouTube channel, the place to be for all the action, audio and video. The 3-1 pitch. Outside again, ball 4. So the bases are loaded. And here's Ethan Altman. But timeout on the field, they'll talk to Marcus Cunningham here. Now, you'll be able to catch all Sumrall games, video and audio, on our YouTube channel at Sumrall Athletic. At Sumrall Athletic. 2-0 Bobcats. The bases are loaded with only 1 out. Altman represents the 7th man to the plate in the inning. And the defense really can't do a lot if the pitchers don't throw strikes. But when you do throw strikes and your defense lets you down behind you, it's kind of a double-edged sword. So you've got Long at third, Odom at second, Freeman at first. And Big Eth at the plate now with some ducks on the pond, or in this case, cats on the pond. First pitch to him. There's a strike. Inner part of the plate. That inner part of the plate pitch, you want to rotate the hips and pull before it gets to the plate. The 0-1. Works the outside that time, but misses low. A ball and a strike. There's no place to put Altman. As we mentioned, the base is full. The 1-1 pitch is upstairs, 2-1 now. Very much a hitter's count. So he'll be looking fastball, especially with the bases loaded. He doesn't want to get behind 3-1. There is the fastball, but it's outside. Runner breaking from home. The throw to home is not in time as Walker Long scores to make it 3-0 Sumrall. Odom moves to third. Freeman goes to second. So as it turns out, now first base is open, with Ryan Cole Broom on deck. The Cats batting in the bottom of the first. Being the home team in this game, the 3-1. Outside, it's another walk. That is the 4th walk of the inning, along with a couple of errors. So bases loaded, 1 out. Malik McNair coming in to run at first base for the catcher Altman. You can do that so that catchers can get the equipment on and get the next inning underway quicker. First pitch is position A for strike 1 to Ryan Cole Broom, the left fielder. The 0-1 pitch outside. Aces wild, a ball, a strike, and an out. And the merry-go-round turning for the Bobcats already here in the first inning, up 3. The 1-1. Too high, 2-1. Landon Holloman on deck. Holloman playing short last year, being moved over to second base this year, which most people have thought that's really his natural position. But really quick, soft hands. Been very impressed with him from the onset. 2-1 pitch. There's a drive to the gap in left center, moving over to left and making the catch. Nicely done there by Larson Foyle, but the runner tags at third to score. And it's a sac fly for Broom and an RBI. 2 away. Runners on first and second, and that'll bring up the aforementioned Holloman. Runners will be moving on any type of contact here. Digger at second, Altman at first. First pitch is low, ball 1. Well, I said Altman at first, but as I mentioned before, McNair running for him. Top of the order, Cade Dito is in the on-deck circle. He might get a second at bat. That one is lifted foul out of play to the right side here. Count evens out at a ball and a strike. Spread the word. You can follow us all season long on YouTube at Sumrall Athletic. The 1-1 pitch. That's low. 2-1. Or you can text us at 601-310-7077. 601-310-7077. Here's the 2-1. Swung on. Again, foul to the right side. Seems like just yesterday was Christmas, doesn't it? And here we are, the opening day of baseball season. Where does time go? If you're anything like me, the older you get, the quicker it goes. 2-2 pitch. Got him. Looking on a pitch on the outside part of the plate. So Holloman goes down looking, but the Bobcats have a productive first inning. 4 runs on no hits. There were 2 errors and 2 men left on base. We've one complete here in Lakesville tonight. It's Sumrall 4, Gautier nothing. The Gators bat in the top of the second. We return in a moment. You're watching Sumrall Bobcat Baseball on the Sumrall Athletic YouTube channel. Back in Lakesville tonight, Andrew Knight and Ethan Altman getting some work in prior to the inning beginning. From the 601 area code, checking in from the Deer Stand. Go Cats. That's from the 601 area code. Boy, out there in the Deer Stand, a pretty good internet or cellular signal. Good, good for you. Reagan McGrew checking in to wish the Bobcats good luck tonight. And he's the guy in the Deer Stand. Here we go. Gavin Brown against Knight. First pitch is upstairs and inside, ball 1. Raymond and Truvy McCraney watching from Lincoln Road in Hattiesburg. 1-0 pitch. Right there for a strike. Now, if you know the McRaneys, they like to travel a lot, so they might be in Gum Pond one night. They might be in Piave the next. You never know. Here's the 1-1. Oh, nice pitch, but just off the plate. Took some speed off of that bender. 2-1 the count to Brown, the first baseman for Gautier. Gators batting in the top of the second. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now. The count evens up. Still no wind to speak of, but as that sun begins to vacate us, markedly getting cooler every minute. Was able to lay off a pitch that was a little up and out. So the count fills at 3-2. Matthew Tanner, the Gators shortstop, on deck. Knight working quickly once he gets the sign from Altman. Kicks and delivers. Swung on. This a little flare in the infield. Odom taking charge from third. And he makes the play. It was probably a play that Phillips, could have easily made, but off the bat, it did look like it was going more toward third. And with Odom tracking it, Phillips just acquiesced. So here's Turner now, the shortstop. First pitch to him is a foul ball off to the right side. The dangerous part of this parking lot over here is to our left, right behind the Bobcat dugout. Bobcats are in the Greene County dugout. That pitch is away. And right behind that dugout is where most of the parking is. 1-1 the count. Base is empty with one away. Swing and a miss. Knight ahead of Tanner here. Tanner hitting fifth in the order. He's to be followed by Larson Foyle, the left fielder. Knight, the last of the Knights, at least for now. 1-2 pitches high and away. Congratulations to Austin Knight, Andrew's big brother. He and his wife Taylor had a little boy, I don't know, a couple months ago maybe. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Got him. Got him looking on a pitch at the knees. Down he goes, and there's two away. That is the third strikeout of the night already for Knight. He walked Pound and got Brown to pop up. And here's Foyle now with the bases empty and two away. Took something off a nice 12-6 bender. That one's inside now. 1-1. Swing and a miss. So ahead in this count now, 1-2. Base is empty. They've got him shaded to go to right field a little bit. He struck him out on a pitch that was on the inside corner. So Knight with a couple of strikeouts and a pop-up makes easy work of the Gators in the top of the second inning. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It's Sumrall 4, Gautier nothing. You're watching Bobcat Baseball on the Sumrall Athletic YouTube channel. So here we go to the bottom of the second inning. Glad that you're with us. Several of you have already checked in. We'd love to hear from you at 601-310-7077. 4-0 Bobcats, and Cade Dito leads it off here in the bottom of the second inning. It does kind of look like Sumrall is scrimmaging, doesn't it, with the black jerseys, and then you look at Gautier's powder blues, which look very much like Sumrall's. They play him straight away here as we see the first pitch of the bottom of the second, and it's outside, ball one. It's still Marcus Cunningham on the hill. And a couple of more fires being lit out in the roost sections beyond the outfield here. That's low, 2-0. Petal Panthers and Resurrection, the next game scheduled to be played here as part of this tournament. That'll be the game after this one. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Took something off of that one, and Dito was fooled. 2-1 to the leadoff Sumrall hitter, Hayes Rayner, on deck to be followed by Marshall Phillips. The 2-1 outside, 3-1. Cunningham's biggest problem has been control. Mentioned in the first inning he walked 4 and then didn't get any help from his defense. Made a couple of errors. The 3-1 pitch is inside, ball 4. So Dito is on for the second time, and here's Rayner. Rayner grounded out sharply to third base his first time up. Caden Irving fielded it and then had to hold Dito at second and then threw to first for the out. Boy, and I mean, Rayner is barely in that batter's box. That left foot of his right on that chalk, so to speak. Shows bunt again, pitches outside, and they give Dito second base. So Dito's in a situation where he doesn't have to go anywhere. He's not forced anywhere. The 1-0 pitch shows bunt again, but it's high and inside, 2-0. By showing bunt, what Dito might be looking for, check that, what Rayner might be looking for is what Irving does at third. If Irving charges at third and nobody covers the bag, then Dito could steal it easily. Shows bunt, but it's high and inside, 3-0. So most likely he'll have the red light here. Although with a 4-0 lead, he might be allowed to swing away, but really no activity as far as signals go from Andy Davis. Shows bunt, and he takes a strike. So Irving did stay at third base, and charging was the first baseman, Gavin Brown. The 3-1 pitch shows bunt again, but it's high and away, and another walk, the 6th of the game. So now here's Phillips, who walked his first time up. Marshall with those quick hands and strong bottom half is always a threat to go yard. Phillips, a 3-year starter. Andy Davis with his hands in the old pullover down there at third. He's wearing the blue one. Coach Cooley in the black pullover tonight. Runner will be going on a ground ball. Runners both going. Swing and a miss. Throw to third is there, and he's out. A great throw from Flores to ring up Dito for the first out, but Rayner was the trailing runner. He got to second base. So a runner at first now and 1 out. And Phillips with an 0-1 count. Swung on. Here's a shot right at the shortstop. Nobody to cover second to double him up. could not have played him any better than Matthew Tanner did. He was right there to make the easy play. So 2 away. Oh, Splinter checking in tonight. Splinter watching from Melby. Good to hear from our old buddy Splinter from the 601 area code. First pitch is a strike on the outside corner to Walker Long, who reached on a base on balls his first time up. I never did get down to Splinter and them's place for ribs, or what were we supposed to do? Splinter, was it crawfish or catfish something last year? Here's the 0-1 pitch. Bounces up there. 1-1 now to Long. Should he reach, then Levi Odom would come up again. Sumrall batting in the bottom of the second inning. Andrew Knight has had pretty easy sailing so far up to this point. Catcher had the wind knocked out of him a little bit and wants to catch his breath. That's Enrique Flores. Had a great peg down to third base to ring up the fleet-footed Cade Dito. And he's wanting to walk this one out a little bit. Part of a opening week tournament here in Greene County. So there's 2 away. Rayner at second base. He doesn't have to worry about getting doubled up. So any kind of contact, he'll be off to the races. And Long with a 1-1 count. The pitch. Right there for strike 2. Boy, Walker Long would like to have that one over again. That was right there. It was on the outer part of the plate, which is a pitch that he should go with toward right field. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball, little chopper, grounded to first. Should be an unassisted play, but they'll give to the pitcher on the flip. And Long is retired on the 3-1 put out. So for the Bobcats in the bottom of the second inning, no runs on no hits. There were no errors. 1 man left on base. We've completed 2 here in Lakesville tonight. It's your Sumrall Bobcats 4, the Gautier Gators nothing. Back with more in a moment. You're watching Bobcat Baseball on the Sumrall Athletic YouTube channel. We go to the top of the third inning. Enrique Flores, Roberto Lara, and Marcus Cunningham. Hitters 8, 9, and 1 to face Andrew Knight. Splinter texted in and said, man, the menu is always open. Well, Splinter, you've seen my waistline. You know, I'm not too picky. So here we go. Flores, the cannon-armed catcher for the Gators, will lead it off here as the Gators, between walks and errors, have spotted the Bobcats 4 runs. Sumrall doesn't have a hit, but have run the bases well. First pitch, swing and a miss. Logan Graves checking in tonight. giving his best wishes to the Bobcats. 0-1 pitch. There's one on the corner. 0-2 now. Knight ahead of Flores with Roberto Lara, the center fielder, on deck. Boy, Knight is focused tonight here as he gets the opener. 1-2 now. It's always kind of an honor for a pitcher to get the start on opening day because all attention will be on the team. It's the first game and the excitement in the air. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. That's 5 now. 5 Ks. Christy Martin has texted in from Folsom, Louisiana. We always know it's Christy because she texts in all capital letters. Glad to have Christy Martin along. Well, you have to go long and far before you find Sumrall fans as dedicated as Christy is. Lara shows bunt and pulls it back. You had Odom charging from third and Freeman at the elbow at first. He was on the move as well. 2 strikeouts for Knight in the first, 2 in the second, 1 here in the third already. The 1-0 pitch inside. Brushed Lara back a little bit. 2-0 now to the number 9 hitter. Marcus Cunningham is on deck. He is Knight's counterpart, the pitcher for Gautier. The 2-0 pitch. High, 3-0. Knight has only walked 1, and that was Gavin Pound. Back in the first inning. That's inside, ball 4, and he's not very happy with himself. Pitchers never want to walk anybody, but particularly the number 9 hitter. That's supposed to be a gimme, right? So here's Cunningham, who was a strikeout victim tonight, his first at bat. So the Cats may have to use their gloves here. In the top of the third, leading 4-0 over Gautier. Throw over to first. Cruz Freeman over there at first, came up through the youth leagues as a catcher, and really wasn't any position he couldn't play. When you get athletes, they can play more than one position. Phillips is of that ilk, and so was Freeman. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, and streaking down to second base is Lara. Altman wanted to come out throwing, but the ball just popped out of the glove and escaped his grasp. So the Gators have, it was considered a foul tip. I'm sorry, runner goes back. So 0-1. As Knight will reload here against Cunningham. And a throw over to first now to keep him close. Dito patrolling things in right. Rayner in center. And R.C. Broom out in left. The 0-1. High. 1-1 now to jersey number 1, Marcus Cunningham. Gautier right next to Ocean Springs down there on the coast. Ocean Springs had a big Mardi Gras parade this past weekend. Boy, the Ocean Springs parade is really becoming quite popular. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. He kind of lunged at that one to put it in play, but missed it. 1-2 now, behind in the count. Caden Irving, the third baseman, is on deck as the Gators bat here in the top of the third, trailing the Rawlers 4-0. The 1-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Drop third, strike. Normally the runner would run, but first base was occupied. But Lara did get to second on the play. It goes as a strikeout for Knight, his 6th of the evening. And here's Caden Irving now. I'll bet you $1 to a donut Caden Irving plays football. Man, oh man, he has got some trunks on him, some legs. Been at the squat rack a time or two. Runner at second, 2 outs here. Knight checks the runner and now brings it home. Breaking ball. Missed. 1-0. I don't want to beat the dead horse, but man, it's been a nice night. And now the sun's starting to go down, starting to get a little bit cool, but anticipating that, the fans out in left field are cranking up their fire pits. Throw to second base on the pickoff, and they just got him back. Boy, Rayner had started, or check that, Holloman had started toward the dugout, thinking that they had Lara picked off. So here's Irving with that 1-0 count. Should he reach, then Gavin Pound would come up. The 1-0. Same pitch, but that one was in the zone, 1-1. Odom at third, Phillips at short, Holloman at second, Freeman at first. Tessa Morales checking in from Sumrall tonight. Well, Tessa was a big fan of the webcasts last year. Always good to hear from her. 1-1 pitch is high and inside, 2-1. Of course, Jose Morales was kind of an iconic rock star last year with the season that he had, always coming in important situations and doing the job. 2-1 pitch now to Irving. Breaking ball outside, 3-1. To go with the 6 strikeouts have been 2 walks for Knight, and that's a 3-1 ratio. That's generally what you want to have, at least. For every walk that you issue, you want 2 strikeouts. The 3-1 pitch. Breaking ball. That was a swing and a foul tip. That got away from Altman, and that actually might have gotten a fingertip of Altman. Shaking that right hand a little bit. I'll tell you what, I know that pitchers in the big leagues make the big money because those are the guys that have to, you know, there's no such thing as a winning center fielder and a losing center fielder. There's a winning pitcher and a losing pitcher. But man, those catchers, every catcher's underpaid. I don't care. I don't care what they're making. Tough way to make a living. So Knight's got the count full here to Caden Irving. With a runner on second, that's Lara. He'll be going on anything hit. The pitch. Outside, runner to third, and that sails into left field. Here comes the throw to home. The Gators have a man home, and that was an unforced error and a self-inflicted wound there. So Lara scores. Irving reached on the walk. And then the throwing error gives the Gators a run. So runner on first now, 2 outs, and here's Pound. He walked his first time up. First pitch is high and inside, ball 1. They play him to go the opposite way just slightly. Rayner shaded toward left just a hair. So all kinds of real estate in right center. The 1-0. Upstairs, 2-0. And here comes the skipper. Andy Davis quickly out of the dugout, wanting to talk things over with his senior right-hander. Opening night, always a special night. I always think, you know, it's kind of like if you're a baseball fan, it's kind of like Christmas morning, yeah? One of your favorite things to do, and only comes around once a year. So now things have settled down a little bit. The 2-0 pitch inside, 3-0 now to Gavin Pound. He'll be on the take, no doubt. And there's a strike on the inside corner. So 3-1. That one is fought off to the left side. So now you've got a situation where Irving will be on the move at first. With 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. There he goes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. After falling behind, Knight battles back and strikes out Gavin Pound. So for the Gators in the third, 1 run on no hits. There was a throwing error and 1 man left on base. So we go to the bottom of the third inning here in Leakesville tonight. It's Sumrall 4, Gautier 1. Back in just a moment. Sumrall Bobcat Baseball on the web, sponsored by Canvas Mortgage. Remax Real Estate Agent Julie Robertson. Joe Altman from Park Right Striping. Farm Bureau Insurance, Chris Kirtland. Real South Hunting. Watts Brothers in Columbia. Diversified Forestry Management. Ashley and Lee McGrew. Bradley and Carrie Roney. Kelly Sander in for Will Toney tonight. Will be calling most of the Sumrall games this year. I'll get to come back and do some during the regular season. It's always good to see my friends and see the Bobcats play. So Odom leads it off for Sumrall here in the bottom of the third inning. He reached on an error his first time up. And Marcus Cunningham still out there on the hill. He was the starter. First pitch is high, ball 1. We talked about Pearl River being so strong. Levi headed to Gulf Coast, and that MACCC has got some great baseball talent in it. And some of them from this area, even as far northeast. There's a line shot. He hit it right on the button. Did Odom, but right there to snag it was the third baseman, Caden Irving. So Odom is out. That's a tough break. He hit it hard. And here's Cruz Freeman. First pitch swung on. There's a shot and a great backhanded play again by Irving and across the diamond for out number 2. Wow, what a snag and what an arm. 2 up and 2 down. You can't hit the ball any harder than those 2 guys hit it. And Irving made the play. So here's Ethan Altman. He walked his first time up. That pitch is outside, ball one. And he's actually going to retrieve the baseball for his catching counterpart, Flores. The hell's that from? That shows you what a kid he is, huh? The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Base is empty, 2 outs here. Sumrall batting in the bottom of the third, leading it 4-1. Sumrall up 4-1. Neither team has a recorded hit. Breaking ball in a good frame there by the catcher. I think that ball might have been up a little bit, but Flores framed it beautifully. So 1-2 the count now to Altman, hitting 7th in the order. The 1-2 pitch. And that hit him right in the middle of the back. And boy, that, if you're a pitcher, you got 2 strikes on a guy and then put it right in the middle of his back, that is just a crusher. And here's McNair now to run for him, which is exactly what happened last time. So here's RC, Ryan Cole Broom. He hit a sacrifice fly to left and has an RBI on the evening. But that obviously isn't a hit. So officially on the scorecard, neither team has a hit. That pitch is low. Should he reach, then Landon Holloman would come to bat. And I don't know if Richard Thompson even heard that we got a text from somebody saying that you are her favorite Valentine and wishing you a happy Valentine's Day. That ball gets passed and McNair scoots down to second base. You know who that might be? You better say Karen. Oh yeah, the blue and yellow hearts. Yeah, yeah. And so McNair's in scoring position. Any type of hit here, and with 2 outs, he'd be moving on any contact. See if Broom can put it in play. 2-1 pitch is high, 3-0. He's had nothing to hit yet. Six walks on the night for Sumrall and 1 hit batsman. That's right down the tube for a 3-1 count now. He was on the take all the way. Sumrall leading it 4-1. They got all 4 runs in the first inning. Of course, just batting here in the third. The 3-1 pitch. Swung on. There's a shot, but foul. Wide of the left field line. I don't know if you can see on that pic. I think they can. Under the lights there, you can see the haze there. That is great camera work. But that's all haze coming from the grills out in left field out there. Beyond those left field walls. No, they haven't brought us any food, but Greene County folks, they were hoping that their Cats would play tonight, but because of a scheduling conflict, they're going to have to play a doubleheader tomorrow. There's a shot into left field. That is a base hit. McNair flying around third. Here comes the throw in. They will cut it off. McNair scores, and the Bobcats lead 5-1. RBI single by Broom. He's got the only 2 RBIs of the night. So here's Holloman now with 2 away. That was stung right between 5 and 6 there, the third baseman and the shortstop positions. Those are 5 and 6 of those positions on the scorecard. From the set, puts a beautiful bunt down third. Flying down the line is Holloman, throwing across his body, safe. Nobody to cover third base, but the runner held at second. That's an infield hit for Holloman. And it was a great effort, quite honestly, by Caden Irving at third base. He's a big dude, and for him to get down that line like he did and then throw across his body nearly got him out. So back-to-back hits by the Bobcats have them in business here with 2 outs. Runners on first and second, and here's big Cade Dito. That pitch is low, ball 1. Nice job by Flores to keep it in front of him. The Gators got 1 in the top of the third. Sumrall trying to answer with 1 here in the bottom of the third. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on. Here's a high fly toward left or center field. Moving over toward left. Can't get it. Dito might be able to touch them all. He's rounding second on his way to third. Andy Davis will tell him to pull the parachute there. But 2-run score on the 2-out triple by K. Dito in the gap to right center. All this with 2 outs. So here's Rayner now. That first pitch to him is outside. Sumrall got 4 in the first, now 3 more here in the third. The 1-0 pitch. There is a strike. 1-1. Miss Shirley is watching tonight from her house. She's always been one of my favorites. And after every home game, if I was Miss Shirley, I'd go out there and I'd collect up about 15 foul balls, you know. Sell them for a couple bucks a piece. You got yourself some retirement income there, Miss Shirley. 2-1 the count to Rayner. Should he reach, then Marshall Phillips had come up for his third at bat. Sumrall leading now 7-1. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on. Here's a high fly ball to right field. Center and right tracking it. Over is the center fielder. It pops out of his glove. Rounding second on his way to third. That should have been the right fielder's ball. But Lara, moving over to his left, called it. And backing off the play was the right fielder Pound, and it bounced in and out of his glove. The run scores. It's ruled an E8. Boy, a 3-base error. That'll kill you, won't it? First pitch to Phillips is ball 1. Phillips, the 8th batter in the inning for Sumrall. The 1-0 pitch. Outside 2-0. Marshall has walked and lined to short. Sumrall batting in the third. Now 8-1. The 2-0. That bounces, but Flores keeps it in front of him. And a fortuitous bounce for Flores because it bounced toward third, which is where the runner would have been coming from. So we'll see if Andy Davis gives him the green light here on 3-0. It's an argument to be made either way. 8-0, so you really don't have anything to lose, but you don't want to be accused of. There's the line, a soft liner right to Irving at third base. So Phillips did have the green light, but lined out to third base. So the Bobcats come up with 4 runs on 3 hits. There was an error and 1 man left on base. We've completed 3 here in Leakesville tonight, the opener for your Sumrall Bobcats. The Cats lead the Gators 8-1. Back for the top of the 4th inning after this timeout. You're watching Sumrall Bobcat Baseball on the Sumrall Athletic YouTube channel. Andrew Knight will face hitters 4, 5, and 6 here in the 4th. Throw down to second base, and we're ready to go. That'll be Brown, Tanner, and Foyle, the scheduled hitters. Boy, Richard, that You can see now across that picture that smoke going all the way across the outfield. And it smells good, doesn't it? Brown has popped to short in his only other at bat. First pitch from Knight, and that plunked him right on the shoulder. And Andrew Knight, dejected with himself as he puts the first man on base with a first pitch. And here's Matthew Tanner, the shortstop. He struck out looking his first at bat. Knight would like to replicate that. First pitch to him is outside, ball one. Boy, you talk about playing Tanner the opposite way. You can see there on your screen, Rayner is way over into right field. Yeah, they would call that right center in softball, but that is right field in baseball. That pitch is low, 2-0. So Ryan Cole-Broom is going to have to get on his horse quickly for anything hit over that direction because he's a one-man band over there. The 2-0. There's a strike. That was a fastball count. Hitter sitting dead red on 2-0. Knight checks the runner. The Bobcats would love a crisply hit ground ball right at somebody and maybe turn it here. The 2-1 pitch, and there's a ball hit on the ground but wide of third. The Gautier Gators. Not many teams in the state called the Gators. Gautier is the Gators. Vicksburg, their nickname is the Gators. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball. He got him on strikes. There's one away. And here comes Larson Foyle. One other school that comes to mind that's the Gators is Lake Cormorant. Also the Gators up in the northwest corner of the state. That pitch is high. Bobcats still have the ground ball double play set up here if they can get it on the ground. Knight throws over to first base to keep that runner close. If the Gators are to get back in the game, the last thing they want to do is run into any outs. Knight checks the runner again. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Foyle had to go upstairs to try to get that one and swung through it. So, Richard Thompson, you're soliciting any of the cooks out there in the outfield to... The food can be tested. Here's a slow roller to second. Holloman's only play is at first. And there's 2 away. The runner advancing to second base is Brown. So as we mentioned, 2 outs, and here's Katorian Keaton. He's the designated hitter, and he is hitting for the second baseman Sebastian Gonzalez. Keaton hitting 7th in the order as the Gators bat here in the top of the 4th. First pitch is high, ball 1. Knight has gone the distance. Actually, both pitchers have gone the distance. Cunningham for Gautier. Knight for Sumrall. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Keaton was swinging at strikes his first at bat, just didn't catch up to any of them, and is behind. Or the count here, 1-1. Two away, so you would think that Brown would be on the move no matter where it was hit. Swing and a miss. Again, Keaton likes that strike that's up in the zone. And Knight is just challenging him with it and putting it past him. The 1-2 pitch with 2 away. At the knees, He got him on strikes. He was expecting Knight to go upstairs again, but Knight took it downstairs and in there. That is the fourth inning on the night that Knight has at least 2 strikeouts. 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the third, and 2 more in the fourth. So 9 Ks in 4 innings. No runs on no hits. 1 man left for the Gators in the fourth. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's Sumrall 8, Gautier 1. Back with more in a moment. This is Sumrall Bobcat Baseball on the Sumrall Athletic YouTube channel. The left-hander Gavin Brown is in to pitch now for the Gators. Pound started in right field, but is now on the hill for Gautier, and he will face Rayner, Phillips, and Long, hitters 2, 3, and 4 for the Lamar Countyans. Here's your trivia question, Richard. What county is Gautier in? Just off the top of your head. Oh, you did? Okay. So that's, yeah, if you look at the car tags, that's not fair. That would be Jackson County on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Just coming up with obscure things so that our hunger from the aroma of the cooking in the outfield doesn't get to us too badly. Yes, oh yeah, if they're watching or listening, send the cavalry up here with reinforcements. Walker Long has walked and grounded to first. So he's officially 0 for 1 in his DH spot, but so Long leads it off here in the 4th inning, to be followed by Odom and Freeman. My mistake earlier. Swing and a miss against the lefty. And Pound coming from the left side. He'll look at 3 straight righties. Long, the leadoff hitter here in the 4th. Swung on. This one is lifted toward right field. And caught out there in right field by Katorian Keaton, who was the designated hitter. He tracks that one down for the first out. F9 on the out, and here's Levi Odom. And we've said, year in and year out, one of those, I can't ever remember I think there's 5 Odom boys, all begin with L, Luke, Levi, Lanny, Leo, and there's always one I forget. I'll have to write them down. First one is foul to the right side. I wonder if you're in Leakesville that they need to tell the fire department when there's a baseball game night, because there's always a lot of smoke, emitting from Scott Bray Field here. A 1-1 count now. Boy, and there's all kinds of room in left center field for Levi Odom. They are playing him to go the opposite way. Swung on. Here's a chopper toward third. Underneath the glove, Quick throw to first, and he beat it out. That'll be an error on Caden Irving, who had played so well on a couple of those balls that were hit sharply to his right. Brandon Harrison, the courtesy runner down there. So Odom reaches, and now Harrison running for him. Lou is the one that I always forget. Lou Odom. So there's Luke, Levi, Leo, Lou, and Lanny. Sounds like I'm talking Hawaiian, doesn't it? Luca, Leo, Lanny. Sounds like the capital of Hawaii, doesn't it? All right, so here's Digger, Cruz Freeman. Harrison at first, running with one out. Throw again over to first base, and he's back in time. I will tell the Odom boys I'm an equal opportunity forgetter because I rotate which one I forget. That pitch is low. Although I never miss Levi because I was most close to him in my coaching career. Again, the throw over to first base. They know that Harrison's got wheels over there. But if they don't take care of business with Freeman, he could make them pay. Cruz Freeman was one of my mojo guys. 1-0 pitch is there for a strike, 1-1. And that's where he got the nickname Digger, was as a catcher, man. He was always digging. A guy that hated to lose and would do anything, within the rules, of course, to win. Just all heart, this kid. 1-1 pitch. Swung on. There's a shot up the middle. Base hit. Harrison will hold at second. You notice Freeman did not go full speed down to first. I mean, he knew it was a hit and doesn't want to tax that leg any more than he has to. So runners at first and second now with one out. And here's Ethan Altman. Lefty against righty. First pitch is outside, ball one. Pound comes straight over the top as a lefty. Most lefties do. And rarely will you see a power throwing left-handed pitcher. Most lefties tend to be of the finesse type. Pitch is outside, 2-0. What's scary about being a left-handed pitcher and throwing to a righty is the left-hander, when he finishes his delivery, he falls to his right, which sometimes is right in the way of the follow-through. This one is lifted toward left. That is caught in left field. Both runners will tag and advance. So Altman is recorded with the second out of the inning, but is able to advance his teammates to second and third. And here's Ryan Cole Broom. Broom started the rally last inning with a crisply hit ball to left. And should he be able to do that again, the Bobcats would plate two more, because with two outs, everybody will be going on contact. The first pitch is upstairs, ball one. Sumrall's baseball team this year, physically, by no means the biggest baseball team around. But baseball savvy and intelligence, very few teams, big or small, come as well wired as this unit does. 1-1 the count to Ryan Cole Broom, hitting eighth in the order. For Andy Davis, Landon Holloman on deck should he be called upon. With two outs, the 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. Like the other hitters, they've got Broom to go the other way. So should he find the gap in left center field, he could go a long time. Now for me, Richard Thompson, it would be a long single. But For Broom, he might be able to get 2 or 3. That one's in the dirt. 3-1 now. Pound is behind Broom. Sumrall batting in the bottom of the 4th inning, leading Gautier 8-1. Greene County, the host school, will play a doubleheader tomorrow here. It was supposed to play tonight and tomorrow night, but scheduling conflicts forced them to play 2 tomorrow. That pitch is low, and Broom takes first base on the walk, and that's the first one issued by Pound. So now here's Holloman, who has struck out, singled, and scored. And there's no place to put him. First pitch is high, ball 1. Pound came in relief of Cunningham in this inning. As now with this fog over the field, I feel like breaking out in song, singing "I Left My Heart in San Francisco" with this fog rolling in here. The 1-0 pitch, that's low. Flores had a look, but with a 2-0 count and nowhere to put him, there was no sense in the Bobcats running into a potential third out. So Holloman, who has a dead red fastball count here on 2-0, will have a look while Cade Dito loosens in the warm-up circle. 2-0 pitch, and there was it. There it was. Goes to first for the out, and that retires the side. So Holloman's out on the 1-3. And the Bobcats leave them stranded. No runs on a hit and an error. So we've completed 4 here in Gautier tonight. Marshall Phillips on to pitch for Sumrall. We'll have his tosses for you when we return in a moment. You're watching Sumrall Bobcat Baseball on the Sumrall Athletic YouTube channel. So we'll see Marshall Phillips now on the mound. Andrew Knight's job is done. 9 strikeouts for Knight. That's a pretty good first effort. Pretty good first game. Coach Garrity out there giving some baseballs to the home plate umpire. Good to see Big Bill. Throw down to second base, and Phillips will see hitters 8, 9, and 1 here in the top of the 5th. Enrique Flores, the catcher, who struck out. He was a strikeout victim of Knight in his only other at bat. Didn't get to bat until the 3rd inning, and we're here in the 5th. First pitch, swing and a miss. Phillips, tremendous power. His nemesis, if he's had one his entire baseball career, is consistent location. The arm can sometimes get wild. He got that call there, 0-2 now. And when he tries to throw too hard, he gets a little bit wild, or has in the past. Again, at Pearl River, they'll use him as an infielder, and Coach Brandon Pennington, who went to Sumrall, said that they also want to use him in a pitching role. 2-2 the count now to Enrique Flores, the leadoff hitter for the Gators here in the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes, challenged him up. Bryson Smith has gone in defensively for the Bobcats. He's in there playing second base now. And here's Roberto Lara, the center fielder. The Petal Panthers have arrived for their 7 o'clock game. He's showing bunt and tries to get it down third, and it goes foul. Andy Davis examines the baseball before giving it back to Marshall Phillips. They are way in, is the outfield, and way over to the right side. The 0-1 pitch tries to show bunt again, and he attempted and missed. Now he's behind 0-2, so not likely that he would try to bunt again. We've talked about how Marshall's dad and all of his brothers have been named after counties in Mississippi. There's a fastball on the outside corner. Down in 3 pitches. Of course, Marshall is a county as well, is it not, in Mississippi? I wonder if he spent the holidays at Aunt Isaquina's house. Top of the order. Here's Marcus Cunningham. First pitch from Phillips. There's a grounder towards second. Gobbled up by Smith over to first base for the easy out. So Bryson Smith comes in and gets some quick work. The Gators are up and down 1-2-3 in the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning here in Leakesville tonight. It's the Bobcats 8, the Gators 1. Back in just a moment. Kelly Sander back with you here as the Bobcats bat in the bottom of the 5th inning, leading the Gators of Gautier 8-1. The Gators are all warming up except the catcher. And Flores should have been ready. He was the first hitter in the last inning, but did not reach base, so he should have been ready to go and walking to his position. Not in any big hurry, apparently. And Richard, you noticed earlier that evening that haze came across flat. Now you see the smoke going straight up. So we've gone from a low pressure situation to a high pressure situation. For you meteorological whizzes out there. Pound coming in for his 2nd inning of work, and he'll face the top of the order. Dito has reached on an error. He has walked and tripled. So he's officially 1 for 2. But he's got a couple of RBIs tonight. He's got 2, and Holloman's got some. Ryan Cole-Broom with an RBI. So here we go. Top of the 5th inning. Sumrall with an 8-1 lead. Lefty against righty, the matchup. First pitch to Dito is outside, ball 1. Pound not throwing especially hard. But again, you see so few lefties that angle's kind of weird for the right-handed hitters. That pitch is low, 2-0. Rayner on deck and Phillips behind him. So 10-run rule in effect here if the Bobcats could come up with 3. That's low. 3-0 now, and you can bet that he'll be on the take here. They play him to go the opposite way. That one bounced in there. So a 4-pitch walk to Cade Dito. Again, Will Toney will be calling most of your Sumrall games for you this year. I know all of you will make Will feel welcome. And I'll get back to fill in every once in a while when Will can't get there, and it'll be my pleasure and delight. Here is Hayes Rayner, lefty versus lefty here. First pitch to him is a strike right down the tube. Logan Graves saying go ahead and get at least 4 and put this game away. Well, 3 would do it, actually, but we won't complain about 4. Like a grand salami here. Pitch to the plate is outside and low. D and Junior are watching from Sumrall tonight. Glad to have D and Junior with us. You can always reach us on our text line at 601-310-7077. 1-1 pitch. That's there. Right at the belt buckle. So 1-2. Rayner now has to defend with a 1-2 count. Pound able to look the runners right in the eyes. Runner going, and Rayner stuck the bat out there to try to put it in play. Oh, I gotcha. Splinter just texted in. Logan's on the team. That's Splinter wanting us to get 4. I'm guessing that Splinter's degree was not in mathematics. But like I said, we'll take 4. That pitch is high. 2-2. The opening regular season game for Sumrall. You know, you wait and wait and wait for it to get here. Then when it gets here, it seems like it's over in about 2 weeks. Time just flies. Runner going. Was going on first movement. Delayed by the first baseman on throwing to second. And Dito did exactly what he should have done. He was going on first movement by the pitcher. Don't hesitate. He just took off. And then at first base, Gavin Brown had trouble digging the baseball out of the web of his glove. And by the time he got the ball down there, Dito was already in scoring position. 2-2 pitch now to Rayner. Inside, 3-2. Pound thought he had him on the inside corner. You could tell just by reading his body language. Payoff pitch here at 3-2. That's high and outside, ball 4. So another walk. Has runners at first and second, and here comes Marshall Phillips. Here we go. That pitch is high and away. Yeah, I got it now. Splinter is Logan's dad. So I got to put in the text machine or whatever we got here that Splinter's Logan's dad. Here's the 1-0 to Phillips. Swung on. Here's a drive to left center field. That ball is well hit. That ball is way back. That ball is gone. Aloha on the steel guitar. Marshall Phillips with a 3-run shot in the bottom of the 5th inning. It is a walk-off 3-run homer, and the Bobcats win it 11-1. Well, Splinter will have to settle for 3, but it'll be a while before they find that one. He crushed it to left center field, and the Bobcats have won the opener 11-1. So good job by all. Not a bad opening effort at all, especially by the pitchers. There were, a couple of little things that they could work out, but we did get our first aloha on the steel guitar as Marshall Phillips goes yard. Remember, you can follow Sumrall Bobcat Baseball on all the different social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and the like. And you can follow the Bobcat games here on our YouTube channel at Sumrall Athletics. Good to be with you again, everybody. Thank you for always making me feel part of the family. Sumrall wins at 11-1 tonight over Gautier to move their record to 1-0. For producer-engineer Richard Thompson, I'm Kelly Sander. Thanks for joining us. Good night from Scott Bray Field on the campus of Greene County High School. You've been watching Sumrall Bobcat Baseball on the Sumrall Athletic YouTube channel.